Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Greg Visser. I'm a sales representative with Gale Group Realty in Woodstock. I've created this channel just so that we can talk about real estate and what's happening in our city, and we can do it candidly and unscripted. So hopefully this is going to be a one-take thing, and that's what I'm aiming for. I apologize if some unchoice words come out of my mouth, but it's supposed to be unscripted and it's supposed to be candid. All right, so I just want to talk briefly about what is happening out in the market right now. We have seen prices decline, of course, since last year and year over year, especially since 2022. But of course, prices have they skyrocketed, and now they're starting to balance off a little bit. Why? Why is it? I'm going to say it's because of the economic situation that we find ourselves in globally, and because of the orange Oompa Loompa that lives down to the south. This guy just haphazardly starts to make decisions, and of course, everybody tends to react. And what has that meant for the real estate market? Everyone's become a little bit hesitant in purchasing. Well, because people are hesitant in purchasing, people still want to sell their home, because what has happened from the COVID times, they had low interest rates, bought an expensive house, now they're having to renew, and their payments are higher. Their payments are more of a pain in the ass than anything, so what that means is that they're having to sell. Well, buyers are hesitant, there's more properties being up for sale, and we've got a large inventory. A large inventory means it's a buyer's market. When we say large inventory, it's because statistically right now, we've got about 5.9 months, almost 6 months, worth of inventory. It would take us on a regular trajectory to sell all the homes that are in the inventory 6 months to get rid of them. That is high. So, is it a good time to buy? You're darn right it is. If you are in a position to purchase a home, whether it be your first home or you're just wanting to purchase another one, it's a great time to buy. You have negotiating power. And if you've got the funds set aside, whether it be your down payment, then I would strongly suggest you take your first move and go get pre-approved. Speak to a mortgage broker, speak to your bank manager or the mortgage specialist at the bank, and see what it is that you get pre-approved for. Once you've done that, then speak to Rachel or myself, and we will sit down and have the same candid conversation, just like two real people, and we'll figure out what the best avenue is for you to take. Maybe it's not the right time, and we'll tell you. We'll tell you maybe you need to wait a little bit. But that all being said, if your aspirations is to get into the real estate market, again, it's a good time to do it. What if you don't have the down payment? Maybe you've only got a little bit of money set aside and not quite the 5 or 10%. There's even options there for you. We can even help you with the Oxford County Home Buyers Program, where they will flip in the 5%. There is a certain criteria for you to follow. The house can't be worth more than $425,000, or the list price anyway, purchase price. Or you have to make a certain amount of money and blah, 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 but we'll go over that with you. There's even other programs like Rent to Own, companies like JAG out of London, where they ask you to put in 3% and then they will put in the rest. They'll be on title, but what they do is they ask you to make the mortgage payment, pay the taxes obviously, but they also put you on a savings plan so that way in 3 years you can buy that home outright from them and then it becomes yours. But you're into it now. Because why? Right now is a great time to buy. There was a house that was right across the street that sold for $485,000. It was listed at $529,000. Great price. So I did have to take a break for a minute there. My throat was getting a little dry and I dripped a little bit on my shirt here. It's just water, so don't worry. But anyway, I'm going to cut this short. Thank you so much for listening. Again, we just want to keep this candid and we want to keep it unscripted. So with the exception of that one break, I was able to do it all in kind of 1.5 takes. Anyway, I'll look forward to seeing you guys on our next episode. I'm not sure what it is that I'm going to do, but we'll figure something out so it's valuable information for you. Talk to you later. Bye.